Hi guys and welcome back to the Finanza portal. Today we will see three challenges and three opportunities for Airbnb. I want to remember you that this is not financial advice but just educational material. So let's dive into the analysis. So Airbnb is a disruptive company for sure that has changed the hotel and accommodation sector in general. It is in the consumer cyclical sector and more particularly in the travel services one. So we have seen, considering the last year graph and performance, that the company has been hugely damaged in its price, and it's under 30%. And of course, the period is pretty particular and it's not the best for growth stocks, especially. In fact, we can see that the market capitalization is 60 billion, which is not too little for such a company. And we can also notice that the price earning ratio is higher than 80. It has been higher in the past, but as you may notice, it's a very high value if we compare the price earning ratio with other competitors. On the other hand, we have to say that Airbnb is a pretty disruptive company. Some of its competitors can be Booking, for example, but also Marriott International, so strictly hotels. And this company has been pretty disruptive for the sector. On the other hand, even if it's a growth story for sure, the company and its price has been hugely damaged by the overall economic situation that's going on. So generally, the first challenge is that it's a difficult period for growth stocks. So investors are reallocating for value, and they had reallocated for value during the past weeks and months. So growth stocks have been forgotten quite a bit, and they have been damaged by the overall economic environment and also perception coming from investors. Then another important challenge that relates to the overall macroeconomic situation is that there is a possibility of recession for sure. There will be a recession in the future, but no one knows when. But there is a possibility for sure, and in the short term too. So recession is a possibility, and in this case, having a recession in the future or in the near future means that people will travel more. People will travel more? No. People will travel less, and they also spend less for travel services in general. Moreover, another key factor is that energy is a huge cost today, and so people will travel less in the near future for higher energy cost. Moreover, the same can apply to housing. So these are two challenges, and the third one, which is, in my opinion, very important, is that not only the competition is fierce coming from hotels, but also other websites which use similar technology and similar approach to Airbnb, such as Booking or Expedia or something like that. But also the overall demand for travel services and accommodation has yet to recover after the COVID pandemic. So we are at higher levels than 2020, but the overall economic environment for tourism and travel services has yet to recover, especially from a demand point of view. So the situation for Airbnb isn't pretty easy for sure, as it is for a lot of companies today, but this company shows some opportunities for investors as well. So first of all, the consumer spending is up after the pandemic for sure, even if demand has not recovered yet. And then the fact that very often guests, so clients of the company, are very likely to become new hosts for the company itself. So demand that becomes supply, and this is very important to find new clients and have more supply of accommodation, because the travel services sector is not so easy to understand. Moreover, it has peaks in time during different times of the year, when there is more request for housing and accommodation, and as well as different locations. So very often certain locations are more request during certain type of the year. So it's very important to have an elastic offer, and the Airbnb model is very good from this point of view. And it's easier for them to increase the supply rather than it could be for hotel companies, for example. So the model is asset light. They just take a commission. Of course, they have servers and software to sustain the overall platform. And then also after the pandemic, there are different trends in travel and remote working. For example, I have some friends who decided just to remote work 1 week, and then when they have to go to the office for the other week, they just get an Airbnb reservation. So new trends for sure are very important, and also new trends in travel. People are more prone to use Airbnb rather than just focusing on accommodation at an hotel, for example. And then, in my opinion, the most important thing for a huge growth potential and a huge potential for investor is a potential acquisition. So that's just my personal opinion. Of course, it's not investment advice. The company seems cheap today, but on the other hand, it's a growth company, and it has higher ratios than some comparables. So investors are today discounting, in my personal opinion, something more in the future as well. And that's pretty natural for a growth company stock, even if it was heavily impacted by this period if we look at its price. But a potential acquisition could be a very good exit for several investors, because in this case, having the Airbnb services being bought by another big company, that could be a huge opportunity for investors. So these are my general and personal opinion, not investment advice about this company. Just let me know in comments if you have some more reflections about this company. Let me know if you want some specific company to be analyzed in this way. Thank you very much for listening. Leave a like if you have liked the video, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you very much, and see you in the future with another analysis. Bye.